welcome to Quays News. I'm Evie.
And I'm Emma, and welcome to a very special episode, an environment episode of Quays News. Our top story, stopping waste is crucial to helping the environment, and the University of Manchester is doing its part.
Yes, it is. The university is offering students a zero waste marketplace, and I went to see what it's all about. The effects of waste can be catastrophic for our environment. It can lead to pollution and the disruption of ecological balance. Manchester produces 1.2 million tonnes of waste each year. I'm here at the University of Manchester at Want Not Waste, a student-led waste-free shop, which is tackling just that. Want Not Waste, the waste-free shop based here in Manchester, was created 5 years ago in the hope to reduce the amount of waste that comes from our everyday shopping.
So we are the first zero waste student-run student volunteer run shop on the University of Manchester campus. We buy in bulk stock of items from sustainable wholesale resellers or sellers, and then we put them into jars and containers, and students can come in, bring their jars or containers. We also have cleaning supplies like washing up liquid and laundry liquid, as well as personal hygiene items like shampoo, conditioner, body wash, reusable menstrual pads and stuff like that.
Zero waste shops cut out packaging, therefore reducing the amount of excess cardboard and plastic used. They allow for less food to go to waste, as people are more likely to buy what they need rather than unnecessary pre-packaged amounts.
Someone just came in earlier with like a regular size fairy bottle and refilled with some washing up liquid, and they paid 45p nearly. So it's really affordable.
Buying from zero waste shops isn't just about the amount of food you need, but what it is you're eating. These shops will often provide more nutritional, often locally sourced ingredients to create healthier dishes for ourselves.
I went out and about and I was comparing prices with I think Sainsbury's and our prices, so I took like individual products that I found were common in like either shop, and then I just did like a price comparison between Sainsbury's and our pricing, and as you can see, our pricing is like far cheaper.
As the general population becomes more wise to today's environmental issues, an increasing number will choose to turn to waste-free shops like the one here in Manchester.
There is a huge waste problem everywhere, and including in the UK. If you go to a shop and you just scan for a second and you just see how much wasteful packaging is on loads of products.
Evie Griffiths, Quays News, Salford.
Oh, it's so nice to see that students are so invested in helping the environment.
It really is. People are getting so much more creative in ways to help the environment.
And talking about being creative, upcycling is becoming increasingly more common, with many using arts and crafts to redesign their waste.
Our reporter Tina Perusa went to Salford to see what's going on.
We produce more than 100 million tonnes of waste a year, but it is more efficient for the environment if we turn this waste around and find a new purpose for it.
You can be more eco-friendly in the everyday activities you do, but have you ever thought about being more eco-friendly when you do arts and crafts? Here at Quayside is just the place where you can do this.
I'm Faye Watts, and I'm director of Take Action Together. It's a community interest company that we set up, I think, 2 years ago, and it's based on mental health, well-being, nature connection, and the climate crisis and sustainability. The sessions here at Replay, this is funded by Recycle for Greater Manchester. So we take in donations from people. So people who come to the sessions, they might bring 10 plastic bottles, 2 cardboard boxes, loads of buttons, anything basically it's stopping it to go into landfill or recycle. So there's the element of actually saving things from going into landfill.
The Replay Scrap Workshop offers a free space where people can come and practice arts and crafts, but with items such as plastic bottles, tins and cardboard.
So we came to the robot building workshop today and built stuff out of things that would otherwise end up in the bin. And it's just a really nice way to teach the kids that you can turn everyday rubbish into something brilliant. And it's good for the environment and good for creativity.
As much as it is important for everyone to know about the environment, it is crucial to teach our younger generation about how we need to look after our planet.
That's one of the main things for me, is educating the younger kids. At the end of the day, it's their world, isn't it? Like, going forward, they're the ones who are, I was saying to you when you first got here, like, I'm feeling very old. So it's about trying to make it a better place for them. And I know it sounds really corny, but it actually really is. Like, there needs to be a world for them. So we kind of need to look after it. We talk about, you know, what's going on in the climate crisis, and make signs and posters and kind of empower the kids to want to learn more. So hopefully, on a bigger picture, when people start, you know, coming to the shop and engaging with the ideas that you can make things out of anything, I'm hoping that it will inspire people to do the same at home, and hopefully, yeah, just a slight change in perspective of the way people think might go a long way.
But as climate change is increasing, lots of groups such as Take Action Together are trying to make a change, and you can do the same. Tina Perusa, Quays News.
Now, something that has a big impact on our increased carbon emissions is our transport.
In Greater Manchester, plans for a clean air zone were proposed and then scrapped. Now transport companies are proposing a new solution.
Sammy Tromans is here. Sammy, what can you tell us?
Well guys, an updated clean air plan for Greater Manchester is set to be submitted to the government with a continued non-charging commitment for drivers. One commitment that is being made, however, is cleaner and greener public transport across Manchester. It said better transport will encourage public to ditch their cars and negate carbon emissions in the area. One way they're around this and working to solve it is by turning the buses in Oldham electric. Now, in Oldham, a total of 51 charging points have been installed to enable the new fleet of electric vehicles to be charged simultaneously. A full charge will give a range of up to 160 miles to the bus, and it will only take 2.5 hours to charge. Meanwhile, in Stockport, it's less about the depot and more about the buses. I headed down there today to find out more.
Of new buses are going to be rolling out across Manchester on the 5th of January, originating from here at the Stockport interchange. Now, the idea is to reduce the age of the fleet and make services more reliable. You should expect to see 140 new UK-built buses alongside 94 zero-emission buses. All the buses arriving in January, however, will be in line with the brand new Clean Air Framework, rolling out across Greater Manchester.
So how do you guys get around town?
Personally, I always take the bus.
Yeah, I definitely need to take the bus more because I do take quite a lot of Ubers, but I'm trying.
That's quite an expensive hobby there, Emma. Do you think an electric bus would make any impact to your journey?
Definitely, I think it's a good thing because everyone wants to be a little bit more sustainable.
Yeah, if I can help the environment, I will.
Perfect, thank you guys.
Thank you for that, Sammy.
Now, bus journeys are always made better for me with a coffee in hand.
I agree, and if you want a more sustainable coffee, Spice and Grind is the place to be. They put sustainability at the forefront of its brand.
And Estelle Fox tells us more.
In 2021, Samantha bought an old horse trailer and with the help of her friends and family turned it into a coffee shop, Spice and Grind.
I think the reason why I went to do it ourselves was very much because I had a lot of friends and family and Habstad who is very so it made a lot more sense to kind of do that, and I liked being a part of that process rather than buying something that's kind of done. And it also enabled me to choose what materials were used, what designs were used, colours, all that kind of stuff, and being a part of it. I mean, when it was -5 in February and we were literally there drilling like panels, it really felt like it was more mine, to be honest. For me, I like to kind of use what I could second hand as much as I kind of could, really. And then obviously everything that we use in terms of all the suppliers, that was all done very much small independent businesses. So anyone that I for example, my coffee by a great roastery just in Buxton, and you know, like they come and deliver the coffee. So again, it takes away from having like loads of deliveries all the time. Like they'll come and do it each week. I had a lot of regulars, obviously, been there for quite a few years, and you build the kind of rapport. And someone came and said to me, you know, would I be interested in a permanent area? And I said, of course, it'd be amazing. You're Manchester City Centre, of course I would.
Earlier this year, Spice and Grind opened a permanent location in the Eden building, one of the most eco-friendly buildings in Manchester, with the largest living wall in Europe, recycled cardboard made into lighting decor, repurposed school gym floors. Spice and Grind was the perfect fit, with their countertops made from 85% recycled glass.
It's like a real honour, really, that I can be a part of that. And when they asked me, obviously, like I say, all of our take out cups, take out boxes, everything is compostable and that kind of thing. So again, it was very much in line with how I wanted for our business to be very like clean. I love the fact that we are kind of shedding light on sustainability. So when people come into this building straight away, like, oh my God, this building's incredible. And I guess it's that kind of that subtle education that we're able to tell people about it.
Anna Fox, Quays News.
Now, when we think about wildlife, you probably think of the Pennines or nearby national parks, but Greater Manchester has a lot to offer.
In particular, waterbeds around our home here at Salford Quays, and some of the residents of the city stay longer than you might think.
We sent our reporter Sadie Holt on a wild goose chase to find out more.
Salford is known for its rich history and art culture, and it has such a thriving community. Yet one thing that makes Salford so great is its incredible wildlife.
Celine Williams is a wildlife conservationist that has been working alongside animals for over 4 years.
So high number and geese populations aren't that popular around other areas in England, but this is one thing that makes Salford a bit greater, is having such beautiful nature on your doorstep. They were introduced to Salford about 300 years ago, and since they've been here, they've adapted well to the life, and their population's been doubling since the 1980s.
So these are Canadian geese. And do Canadian geese migrate?
Canadian geese tend to migrate, but these lot don't want to because the conditions in Salford are so great.
What are predators to geese?
There's foxes, mink, domestic dogs and otters. The predator numbers are quite low though, so they're not really affected much by it. The crows tend to take their eggs though when they've been nesting.
These Canadian geese have made Salford their home, but what do the local residents think of them?
I like to see wildlife, so it doesn't really bother me, to be honest, but it does cause an issue when you've got a dog who likes chasing after birds.
To be honest, I don't have any feelings towards them.
Yeah, they're nice in Manchester, I find. I like that they're around and on all the canals. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, I like them. I think that it's like an addition of how do you say, just a nice addition to the Salford Quays area.
Yeah. No matter how much you might love or hate the geese in Salford, they're a protected species that don't plan on going anywhere. Sadie Holt, Quays News.
Wow, the Salford geese population is really massive.
It really is. You could even say it's humongous.
Well, that's all the geese jokes we have time for.
Make sure to keep up to date with us on our socials at Quays News.
Have a lovely evening and we'll see you next time.
Goodbye.